tour later, so we hope we can show you the things that I will be talking about in this part of the program. So the campus maintenance office is the primary office that is responsible for the upkeep of the UP Diliman's buildings, and a big part of the campus is 493 hectare total land area. Once maintenance activities that we do includes street sweeping, and then grass cutting, pruning, landscaping, and even road repair. So our team of more than 100 grounds maintenance personnel perform these activities daily with support from our third-party grounds maintenance service provider. This morning I will talk about the UP Academic Oval. So at the heart of the sprawling campus is the zone that is officially called the Campus Core, but is more popularly referred to as the Academic Oval or Acad Oval. About the history of the planning of UP Diliman campus, I learned that heart as a term that describes the Acad Oval's place in UP Diliman is fitting for a number of reasons. For one, the current site plan of the campus literally began with the Acad Oval, the road that links the earliest buildings on campus, all enduring pieces of the campus's heritage. Oval, particularly its Acacia-lined streetscape, is also among the university's iconic landscapes. In fact, I've learned from a colleague that the image of the Acad Oval and its acacias is one of the images that first comes to mind to most people at the mention of UP Diliman. I usually hear people say that they know that they are in UP Diliman when they reach the Acad Oval and find themselves under the seemingly connected canopies of acacia trees on opposite sides of the road. I believe that the Acad Oval is the most visible representation of the university and its public character, an institution of the people and for the people. Through the years, it has remained open for public use and has continued to adapt to the ever-changing demands of the public that use the space. What was once a two-way road has become a one-way road with dedicated lanes for joggers and bicycle riders. Amenities are being provided and policies are being implemented with the public in mind. So how does one go about maintaining a heritage piece, an iconic landscape, and a space enjoyed by the public? More than just street sweeping, grass cutting, pruning, landscaping, and repair work, maintaining the Acad Oval is a balancing act and requires cooperation among various stakeholders. Most visible impacts of public access to a space is waste. The thing with waste management is that you really have to address it, otherwise it will encourage people to continue littering around the areas. So over the years, we have been trying to address this by providing additional waste bins, increasing the waste bins capacity, and deploying litter pickers, especially during Sundays and holidays. Like marathons and concerts at the Sunken Garden, we require organizers to have a waste management plan, and if applicable, prior arrangement with segregators and collectors so that waste generated at their events do not become a burden to the university. So tree maintenance is also another important aspect of the maintenance of the Acad Oval. In the past years, we have a number of acacia trees that have succumbed to damage with other currently manifesting signs of damage. The effect on the iconic image of the Academic Oval is minor. It is not an impossibility that there might come a time when the need for replacement will be unavoidable. But a closer look, big trees, like the ones we have on campus, can sometimes send the impression that they are strong, but a closer look will reveal problems like tree rot at the core of the tree that one will only learn when the damage is too severe to prevent. We cannot also overlook the fact that these trees were mostly exotic species, with some primarily planted for production forests. I can only say that it was a different time back then, and surmise that there must be very little knowledge about the advantage of planting native tree species back then, which are more adapted to the conditions that we have. It is only now, when the trees have matured, that we realize the impacts of such choices and negative things that it could bring that may cause harm to life and property. To address this challenge, the university included tree care in the scope of our third-party grounds maintenance service provider. The goal is to mitigate and prevent further damage on existing trees, to protect the public and maintain the iconic streetscape and grove landscape of the Acad Oval. Native tree species only, and controlling indiscriminate tree planting around campus. In a way, we are trying to address the challenge in the level of implementation and planning. Another significant aspect of the maintenance of the Acad Oval is the creation of new developments. So, in the past 10 years, the campus saw the rise of numerous new buildings and complexes. Oval, well designed to remain as an open space, has also had its share of new developments, both in terms of infrastructure and in the way the space is being used. When I came to UP to study more than 10 years ago, the academic oval was a two-way road. Then it became a one-way road, and then eventually, a bike lane was designated, followed by, just last year, a dedicated jogger's lane. So through the years, the use of the academic oval has been evolving. This grassland is now a grove of trees, and one of the breathing spaces of the city, and the sanctuary not just for joggers and bikers, but for many different species as well. It's in this background that park management becomes a balancing act between the preservation of the area's natural qualities and the demand for accessible recreation. So in this case, the practice of the university is to create committees that provide input on new development, review them in order to ensure the negative impacts to the natural quality of the space are mitigated. For our own example in UP Diliman, we can see that public parks are not mere outputs, products, or ends. So as a space that hosts life in various forms, both the humans and the species that can only be found where such environments encourage their thriving and survival. So it demands to be taken care of. Diliman, looking after the Acad Oval means not only doing landscape maintenance, it also means continuously observing the user's behavior and promoting collaboration and democratic governance by bringing together stakeholders into committees that craft policies for the space, all in an effort to maintain access without compromising environmental quality. We know we still have a lot to improve, but our commitment to the responsible development of the Acad Oval, a piece of heritage, an iconic landscape, and UP's gift to the public pushes us forward. Thank you very much.